What's going on, y'all? Makin Moves TV, episode 1. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Today's guest, man, I'm actually really happy that he didn't hesitate at all to pull up. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of trial and error in the beginning. My boy, my brother, my kids' uncle, someone I've known since I was 13, 14 years old, my boy Cameron Michael.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I appreciate you having me come on.
No, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. We're going to have a good time today. Obviously, we got the drinks flowing. Some good food going after this. That's how we do it over here. So tell us, I obviously know where you're from, but why don't you let them know where you're from? What part of Sacramento?
I grew up off Norwood Avenue.
Okay, the north.
Yeah, the north. Grew up right down the street from Norwood Junior High. So,
okay.
Yeah, right down the street.
Okay. What, so you went to, what elementary school was right there?
Down the street. There was a couple, but the one I went to was Taylor.
Okay, Taylor made.
Yeah, but before that, I actually got Robla Elementary from like kindergarten to 3rd grade.
Okay.
Then somehow I switched schools.
Okay.
And then with Taylor, then 4 through 6. So.
And then you went to Norwood Junior High.
Yeah, I was at Norwood after that.
And you was there when we got cheated at Redland Junior High, that basketball game. That wasn't cool.
So, I don't remember it that way.
Man, we talk about this all the time, but I hated you guys. You guys had the newest school in the district, but you guys had a fucked up basketball court. Yeah. There was a cafeteria and a basketball court at the same time.
Yeah,
I hated that shit. You know, because playing basketball, you got these coaches that want you to die for loose balls or whatever, be scrappy, but I'm not getting down on that.
I mean, our coaches didn't hesitate to tell us to get down that court. So we were used to it.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, they fixed it.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's been fixed the last couple of years. Like the corner threes is actually, you got room to.
Them corner twos that we got cheated on?
2/3s. Yeah, they actually made some space in the corner. So
okay.
That heard you.
You know, it's crazy. I met Cameron summer, freshman year summer, so 8th grade year going into 9th grade. But I remember him. I went to Redland Junior High, obviously, and I remember him on the football team and just how fast bro was. I'm like, is that normal? And I wasn't sure. So it's just crazy how just the world works, and you're even sitting here on my couch now, bro. I really truly appreciate you. So. Obviously you went to Relinda. We'll get into that. It was a pleasure to be your teammate, man. We have a lot of fun stories and just games and battles together, man. I mean, we could be here all day talking about them, but let's talk Pee Wee football. What age did you play and who did you play for?
I think I first started playing, I was around like 8 or 9 years old. And growing up, I played for 2 different programs out in Natomas. The first one, I was at the Natomas Junior Nighthawks.
Okay.
And then I think around, I want to say around 4th grade, that's when Intercom was built. And my mom actually helped start the program over there, the junior program.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Youth Football League team. So once she linked to one of my other buddies I was going to school with at Taylor, because he played football as well. He was from Richmond. But they kind of linked up. They got some people together, and they started the feeder program over at Intercom. So I was over there until like 8th grade. Then I went to Relinda after that.
Okay. Were you always a running back? And it's weird because Pee Wee, I feel like Pee Wee football, they put you anywhere, right? I feel like there's a lot of cats that played positions in Pee Wee that played different positions in high school that they were kind of brand new to.
Yeah, to be honest with you, when I first started, I was like a receiver, and I wasn't my first year playing. I wasn't really good. I was one of those guys who got like 10 plays.
Okay.
Automatic, you had to get 10 plays.
Yeah.
And then you're done for the game.
Right.
So I was just out there just playing receiver. They put me out there. They run the play the other way. So then my second year, that's when I switched to running back. But I play a lot of fullback more. Okay. Than solely tailback. And then like I played like defensive end on defense.
Okay.
Like yeah.
Okay. So did you? I mean, you didn't. Obviously, you were good in high school, but you had to have some good Pee Wee years, right? Was there them years, like what years were like your best years Pee Wee, would you say?
Um, probably say around probably maybe 11, 12.
Okay.
Yeah, because the program I played for, it was a lot of good kids out there.
Okay.
So I wasn't the best one per se. So I got in where I fit in. I did fairly well, but
Okay.
I feel like I took off more in like high school.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know you and I have talked about this, and we won't dig too deep in this, but the politics, even at the Pee Wee level,
Yeah.
I know you dealt with that.
Oh, yeah.
And as a dad now, I see it, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks. There's kids who don't get opportunities just because their parent ain't so and so, or the vision of the coach is something else. And a lot of kids, I feel like, get pushed under the rug, or swept under the rug, I should say, when it comes to their talent. But we'll get to that. So that's cool. Nighthawk. So what made you go to Real Linda? And I would have went anywhere but Real Linda.
Yeah, that's what everyone was telling me. And to be honest with you, the reason why I kind of chose a different path was one, a lot of my friends was going there growing up, so I feel comfortable going there with my people. And when it comes to the sports aspect, Relinda's not really known to be the powerhouse in Sacramento, but for me, I just want to go somewhere I get a chance. Right? Because I had a lot of ties to Natomas and Endercom, but just my experience, like you talk about, like but Pop Warner, like dealing with other people, coaches' visions and their parents and things like that. That's kind of why I wanted to break off and kind of do my own thing. Yep. Because I felt like it was like a fresh start for me. And also, like a lot of those guys I played football with in the Thomas, I didn't go to school with. So like, I just seen them 2 hours a day. I didn't really have like real relationships.
There was no chemistry with them.
Yeah, because like they all went to school together. Because I was over here off Norwood, they all lived in the Thomas. Okay. So like they were all going to school together. They grew up together, and I only was with them parts just on after school. Right. And on Saturdays we had our games. So it didn't really when I decided to leave, it wasn't a really hard decision because I didn't have no attachment to over there. Right. And plus just like you saying, it's like dealing with people's parents, like coaching and stuff. Because a lot of those coaches who weren't playing me as much, they were playing their kids. They also went to the high school, like on freshman team coaching. So I kind of was just like, I made a conscious decision. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna go over here and just try something out. Yep.
Well, I'm glad you did that. I mean, shit, as your teammate, and we had some good running backs that played with us. I know our freshman year, you went up to JV, and shout out my boy DeAndre. He was solid. Yeah, I kind of wish D would have played. Shout out D. I'm gonna get you on here too, boy.
Shout out D.
But I wish bro would have played all 4 years. I think between the both of you guys, man, having him at halfback, you at tail, I think y'all could have been nasty.
Yeah, when I think about that stuff, I still think about DeAndre. I was like, man, he was cold.
No, he was cold.
No, he really was. He really was.
He was solid, man. So
that's how I kind of feel like it's probably a lot of people, whoever happens, life happens. Right. They do what's best for them. So yeah.
So Real Linda High School, man, love-hate relationship with this school. My dad went there. Why he sent me there, I don't know. But I'm glad I went there because obviously I have a brotherhood with the people I met there, you included. And football, it had its ups and downs there, obviously, but it created a very strong brotherhood. And these are brothers that I call brothers even to this day. Yeah. My kid calls uncle, and I love that. I grew up playing basketball. I didn't play football until junior high, and it was flag. So basketball is kind of a different dynamic because it is a team sport, but it's a lot of individual work too. Yeah. Football, you got to move as a unit. One person fucks up, it fucks the whole play up. You know what I mean? And it's cutthroat. It's different. It's different. You go out there and you fight together. And I had that in basketball, but it was different. So I am forever grateful for what football did for me in my life, even to this day, even the discipline aspect of what it did for me. It kept me out of a lot, even in the summer.
Yeah, that's real.
But that shit was year round for us, bro, honestly. And even as a basketball player, it took away from football, but it kept me out of trouble. And we got them homies who should have probably played football because it would have kept them out of trouble, and they didn't. So let's get to freshman year. Do you remember your 40 time your freshman year?
Probably like 4.8 or something.
For real?
I think so. I think it was like that's what they clocked me at. I don't think it was accurate.
Yeah, no,
from my memory, it was like
they didn't want you to clock no 4.5 or 4.3. That's why
4.8, 4.7.
Okay.
I think something around there.
Okay. So freshman year, you get pulled up. How was that? Were you ready for that?
Oh yeah, I was ready for it. I was ready for it for sure. But it was kind of a shock because we played one game, and like the next day they're like, "Hey,
Roseville."
Yeah, we play Roseville." And then the next following Monday, there's a hey, go to Coach Fox's room. I walk in there, he said, "Hey, you're on our team."
Just like that.
Yeah, and everybody's just staring there looking at me. I'm staring looking at them. I was like, okay, I just sat down. And yeah. Okay.
No, that's cool, man. We it kind of sucked because it was like one of our brothers left us, right? We did all this shit in the summer, all the you name it, workouts, whatnot. You get that one game against Roseville. I don't remember if we lost or what.
Nah, we killed them.
Yeah, we beat the brakes off them, what he said. And then we lost you. But it still worked out, though, because we had D and we made shit happen. But
I was happy watching all games because our games was after you guys. So I was like, damn, I wish I was out there with them.
No, that was cool. And honestly, going into JV year, I was scared you were going to varsity. I'm like, I'm never going to play with this thing until fucking varsity. And it worked out. I'm glad. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that. What was your expectation to go to varsity after JV or?
Man, 100%. Just because.
But the politics, though.
Yeah, politics.
Yeah.
I seen some guys they pulled up who played varsity who was a sophomore. I'm not gonna name.
I'll drop him. Who was it?
I'm not gonna name drop him. But I don't know. I felt like because I didn't see the benefit playing JV twice.
Right.
Because it's like I killed it the first time.
Right.
And like, it's not like the football program. We have like the best athletes in the area. So I don't understand. Why not at least give me a chance to at least run with the varsity? Right. If I couldn't run, then pull me back down.
Right.
I didn't get a chance though.
Not even a chance.
Yeah.
That's weak. So was that a red flag for you? Was that were obviously when that happened, were you like, okay, is this somewhere I stay? Or were you just gonna ride it out?
Now looking back on it now, being more mature, 100% is kind of a red flag. But during that time, I mean, I was just gonna ride it out because I was start building relationships with you guys,
right?
And I was just having fun playing football, man.
Right.
Because like it's just it's just one of those things,
Well, I wish you would have went up for your sake of it, but man, that was my favorite year, and not because it was my personal best year there, but it was just fun. And I don't know your relationship with Coach Fox, but Coach Fox didn't really give a fuck. He kind of let us do what we wanted to do. I remember even a center game telling him what play we should run, and Jake scored on it. I know Jake remembers that. Shout out Jake. Pull that up in the chat, Jake.
Shout out Jake.
Hey, shout out the group chat, man. We'll leave it at that.
Shout out the chat.
But no, man, that was my favorite year. Senior year was fun too. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of fun senior year too. Being on top, right? Because as a sophomore, you go to varsity. That's your junior year, and you're still the bottom of that food chain when it comes to that level. But when you get to your senior year, it's like you ain't scared of nothing. Yeah, we out there laying hats. We know what we got to do.
Know what to expect.
But we had a good JV year. We lost the center that championship game. We had a really good year. That was a fun year. I mean, the bus rides. Man, it was a fun year.
Oregon camp.
Man, hey, shout out Mom and Pops. I know times was tough, man, but I wish I could have went to Oregon.
Shout out. Oh, you didn't? I didn't know you wasn't there.
Nah, bro, I didn't get to go, bro. I didn't have no money, and
you didn't go none of the times.
Not once, bro.
Oh, man.
I'm still sick to my stomach about that. And
I didn't even realize it, bro. It was a fun trip. You would have fun.
2 single parents, man.
Yeah,
I get it. Times was tough.
Times was tough, man.
I went to Coach Morris a couple times. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I went to him a couple times about it, and he didn't really give a fuck. He was like, "Oh, you can wash some cars and maybe raise, $100," but I needed 400, so it wasn't gonna happen. And to be quite frank, it fucked up my varsity career, because I didn't attend that. Never mind, I'm fucking selling night cards.
Because Oregon,
all them, yeah, bro.
Yeah, that helps because they want to see us, and that's the first live action,
right,
versus other teams. So,
and I had Coach Fox vouching for me. I remember a conversation the both of them had, and we won't get into that.
Yeah,
bro.
I like Coach Fox. He's a good guy.
14 years ago, but it kind of fucked up it kind of washed me. And the fact that I wasn't already a favorite made it even worse when we talk about politics and whatnot. But I get it. My dad did what he could. My mom did what they could. Shit happens, and this is why, as a parent now, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what I got to do to make sure my son can go to these things. But I heard Oregon was a vibe. I was jealous of y'all. That was my week off, because I'm there in the summer. Y'all left for a week, and then when you guys come back, I hear all these stories and this, that, and the other. And what's crazy is, to this day, although I never went to Oregon, Oregon always has like a place in my heart. It's like home to me. You know what I mean? Just because of our program. And
yeah, they loved Oregon there for sure.
That's tight, man. So high school career, man. Obviously, I played with you. I've been through it all, seen it all. But what was that career like? There's obviously records you set that I think got recently broke.
Yeah, some got broke, some still there.
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
What record you got up there right now?
I think not many of the football ones anymore. But probably more track stuff.
Okay.
Like 100-meter time.
Okay, what was your 100-meter time?
I think the best time I ever had was probably 10.79. And I won league twice in 100. I almost went to state like twice. That's pretty good track.
Yeah, no, you was cooking.
Yeah.
I remember there was a track meet, and I did the 100, and I wasn't fast by any means. I was fast enough. I just did it just to get faster for football. I didn't care about trying to be like Shakari Richardson or something, nothing like that. I'll never forget this though. Coach Fox, someone dropped out of the 200. He wanted me to run the 200. I'm like, I'm not running that. He was like, no, you're gonna run the 200. I'm like, I'm not running the 200. Bro, I went in the locker room and hid from him, bro. He's calling me on the loudspeaker, bro. It was the funniest shit ever, bro. Like, the race didn't start, and he's out here yelling for me, bro. Crazy. Lit me up. But I keep asking about your 40 time because I didn't realize. I always knew you. I always known you're hella fast, right? Playing with you and just watching your breakaway speed, especially not so much. You were fat. Let me backtrack. It didn't super hit me until our senior year when I respected speed like that more because of the level we were at. Yeah. So watching how just quick and fast you broke away, it was like, damn, that's fast, right? But then as an adult, as I get older and, I'm coaching sports and, played a little bit after high school and all that, it's like, that nigga was moving, bro. Like, what the fuck? Nigga was cooking. So that's why I asked, because I remember, I don't know if it was junior year or senior year, but your 40 time, I was like, what the hell? So what's your best 40 up there?
4.37.
Damn. Yeah. Cooking.
I think I got the 40 record too.
Cooking.
For sure. Yeah.
Cooking. Coach Morris fucked me on my 40 time, but it's all good though. It's all good. No, that's cool, man. So you had a great high school career. So obviously, anybody in high school who plays sports, anybody, whether you're at this level or this level, your goal is to play at the next level.
Yeah.
What was your plan in high school versus, I guess let's start with that. What was your plan in high school? Let's say going into varsity year, what did you have planned? What was on your mind as far as playing next level?
Playing next level, I definitely wanted to go to college. At that point, I definitely Division One. But I mean, as I got older in my career, I was like, man, I just want to go to college for free.
Right.
That's just the goal, So
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let's go D1.
So senior year, our last game, we lost to Del Campo, got the fucking brakes beat off us, which is stupid. I'm still bitter about that.
I mean, they won the championship. So
they did.
It was nice. It was nice.
I honestly think that if we played them at home, we would have beat them.
Possibly, yeah.
I think we got spoiled with some turf fields. Because that shit, it just rained that day.
Yes.
That field was slop, bro. No one could block. It was just a hot mess. After that game, what was your plan at that point as far as next level?
At that point, I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out.
What schools were talking to you?
To be honest with you, I don't have many because my grades wasn't the best at the time. So I had like some.
Hey, shout out Mr. Gregory. Come here and help my boy out, man.
Nah, but I had like a couple Division III, some NAIA schools, but I was like, I ain't gonna do that. So I figured I was going to JUCO. So I was like, just the local junior colleges.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay.
And then after football, I was more focused on track too, because our track season coming up.
Okay.
So
I didn't think about that too, because that's another just opportunity that you could have had too.
Yeah, I didn't.
Academic
track.
Wise. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So you end up going to Butte.
Yeah.
Which is a huge blessing in my opinion, right?
It was.
And no knock to any JUCO program out here. I want to tread lightly when I say that. Like no knock at all to City, AR, Sierra. Those are excellent programs that have produced a lot of professional athletes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the list goes on, but shout out Ayuk, even going to Sierra.
Ayuk.
Like that's
Ayuk.
Phenomenal, right? But I feel like being from Sacramento and landing at a JUCO here, that's kind of last resort.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
last resort.
It kind of feels like it just because before I was at Butte, I was at ARC too.
Okay.
Before I went to Butte. So
how long were you there?
Just a year.
Okay.
And I just gray shirt. I didn't play.
Okay.
So I just traveled with the team and with the offensive coordinator, just sat in the booth and he called the plays. I just wrote it down.
Okay.
And just watching the game.
Did you think that would be a fit for you?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Just because at that time they loaned the guys from the bigger programs. So like the Grants, the Del Oros, the Folsoms, the Rockwoods. Okay. They got the first. Granite Bays, they got the more respect. Okay. So like those. So guys,
politics still played a role.
Yeah.
Even at a JUCO level.
Yeah. So like, especially being local, because like a lot of those dudes, they were stars in this area.
Right.
So like they got a name coming to this program. So so of course they deserve it because like you know what I mean. But how I feel is just like we got to put the pads on and play
right
before you determine. You know what I'm saying? Before you determine anything.
Damn. Okay. So at that point, you gray shirt and you're like, you know what, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
Butte. I feel like no one can just say I want to go play for Butte like they can for ARC or and no knock. No. I want to tread lightly on that.
Yeah.
But how did that get lined up?
Yeah, you're right about that. You can't just go up there. But how that got lined up is actually because of my brother. Luckily, because my brother played at Boise State.
Shout out David.
Shout out to my brother David. And the offensive coordinator at Butte was his teammate at Boise.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky with that plug.
Okay.
So, because I was talking to my brother. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'll get much traction here at ARC. He's like, hey, I got somebody at Butte. You know, I'll tell them about you and see what's up. So then we started talking. I took a trip out there. Me, my mom, my sister. And we all loved it. And we were just like, after the trip, I was just like, yeah, it's probably where I'm going to be.
Okay.
For the next couple of years.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Shout out Butte.
Yeah, I love Butte, man.
I know Aaron Rodgers went there. Who else went there? I mean, he's not the only one.
Larry Allen.
That's right.
He's from Oroville, so he went to Butte.
Okay.
He passed away this year, too. So
man, R.I.P. Larry Allen.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys who don't know where Butte is at, that's in the Chico. It's Butte County, which is
it's
right near Chico, right?
Yeah, it's in Butte County. It's in Oroville. Like
Okay, yeah,
like the Oroville Hills. So you gotta like drive into the hills.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful campus. It's on the wildlife refuge, so you can see deer. There's been like cougars. They got like a
some cougars.
Like animal cougers. Mountain lions, cougars, whatever you want to call it. I'm hella weak. But now they have like a little exhibit where they have like a mannequin of one, like an actual one they killed on campus and like stuff.
Oh shit! Okay.
Taxidermy, whatever you want to call it.
I was kidding about the cougar joke too, by the way. Sierra Nevada's out there. Did you ever go there? The brewery?
Yeah, I think one time.
And their food is fire.
Yeah, they had like the Jelly Belly factory out there.
They got one out there too?
Yeah, they got one out there. I think so, if I remember.
Okay.
It is. Chico's lit, man.
Chico's tight.
Yeah, it was party city.
Oh man, I know.
Party city, so.
Man, I know. Almost had to we'll keep that story till another day. All right, so Butte, man. Beautiful college, our beautiful campus, as you said. Let's talk about that career there, man. So walk us through even your first week there. Like, obviously, talked about bro having that connect, which is a blessing. And I feel like, honestly, with sports, even next level, and my brother Michael, shout out my brother Michael Bryson, can attest to this too. You really got to know somebody, especially when you start getting higher up and higher up and higher up.
Yeah.
At next level, you really got to know somebody. So that, man, that's a blessing. So what was that like, man? You obviously got that call or whatever that looked like. I mean, you pull up and was it love from the start or was it different?
It's definitely different just because moving to a different city for the first time.
Okay.
Didn't know anybody really. So I moved in. My apartment wasn't ready, so I had to stay with these other guys. There's a guy from Detroit, this guy from Michigan.
Damn.
Exactly. The East Coast cast different from a West Coast guy like me.
It was cool?
Yeah, it was cool.
Shout out them.
Yeah, it was cool. So got settled in. And really it was just from there, it was just figuring out where everything is in the town. And I'm just trying to figure out all the football stuff from there and then get ready for school to start.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Walk us through your season, man. So you obviously you played running back there.
Yeah.
Was there competition? Were you fighting for a spot or was it locked in from the start?
Oh no. During the summer camp, fall camp before the season started, it was like 22 running backs fighting for a spot for 3.
Damn.
Yeah, and I ended up getting the 3rd spot.
Man, that's tight, man. That's tight. Cheers to that one. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did the season look like? How did you guys end up doing? How did you do? How did you feel? This is a big stage at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely because I know it's junior college football, but this is like one of the highest you could play in this nation as far as junior college football. Because it's just the conference we were in. We were playing like teams from the Bay, and like they were really competitive. And in the junior college football circuit, California has like 80 teams.
Okay.
Compared to the rest of the United States, who have like 30 or 40.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's kind of
that sinking for a second.
Yeah, so like it's very competitive because we're getting a lot of those guys too coming over here to play.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just different, because like what comes with that is like there's 2 different poles. There's like the United States, the rest of the nation, and California has their own pole. So it's pretty different. It's pretty different, but other than that, I think it was very high level football, very competitive. I played with a lot of guys who went D1, so I felt like it was a good move, very competitive sport.
Okay.
Competition.
How did so you were there for 2 years, right?
Yeah, I was there for 2 years.
Okay. How did you guys do your first season there?
First season we lost 1 game.
Damn.
Yeah, we lost. We went like 10-1. We won our bowl game. We're trying to go to play the state, but we lost to San Francisco City College, who ended up winning the state that year. They were undefeated.
Damn.
My freshman.
So a bowl game. Where was that bowl game at?
It was in Modesto, and we played. We played Modesto, but we were the home team on their field. Kind of weird.
What kind of shit? Yeah, that's the politics we getting to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you getting a lot of touches?
Somewhat. I did fairly well.
What'd you finish with that year?
Probably like 400 yards. I still made honorable mention in conference.
Oh shit!
So I did pretty good.
Cheers to that, man. That's tight.
Yeah, I did pretty good for being a third string running back.
Okay. So that's year one.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that work? Because you grade at AR.
Mm-hmm.
So would that make you still a freshman?
Yes, how it works.
I don't know how that shit works. I didn't make it that far.
How it works is so for your NCAA clock to start, when I mean by when your clock starts, is when you take 12 units academically. That means you're a full-time student. I believe it's 12. I think I'm gonna say 12 to 14 for this. I can't really remember exactly.
Okay.
But once you start those credits and take those classes, your academic clock starts with the NCAA. So that's when.
Okay.
So for me, like I told you at ARC, I gray shirted. So I took like 11 units. So that means I can't play. I'm not eligible to play because you need 12 units. You need a full-time student to be eligible to play on the field. But I can still practice with the team, do all the team stuff.
Okay.
And it's just a way that where I could get an extra year of development without wasting my red shirt out of junior college.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. There's options, honestly, because it still kept you active and still had you with the program and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So second year at Butte, what did your touches look like, and how did you guys do that season?
My second year was actually pretty good. I split carries. I started some games. I didn't start some games. I started a good year. I had like over 1,000 yards. I had actually a pretty solid year. We finished. This is what crazy. It was a crazy year. We finished the regular season 9-1. In our conference, we had a 3-way tie. It was us, San Francisco City, and De Anza. So De Anza beat us. San Francisco beat De Anza. But we beat San Francisco the last game of the year when they were number one in the nation on like a 18, 20 game win streak. We beat them, and then we finished number one in Northern California.
Okay.
But they chose San Francisco to go play for the playoffs still instead of us. So they were the number 2 team, but they still went on to play for the playoffs.
That was hot.
100%. Then we ended up going to Fresno, playing Fresno City College on their home field, but we were the home team again, like we did versus Modesto.
Y'all beat the brakes off Fresno?
Of course.
Beat the brakes off Fresno. Shout out Fresno, man.
Yeah, shout out Fresno.
Interviews coming out there too, man.
Shout out Fresno.
Damn. So I didn't know San Francisco was a powerhouse like that.
Bro, like, remember Masoli from Oregon?
Yeah.
City College.
Really?
Like, they got City College? Like,
okay.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like,
they be big recruiting, huh?
They've been good they're still good to this day. Like, they're for a cost of living being so high out there.
Yeah.
Like, that program is top notch.
Okay.
It's top notch. I'll give them, even though they're our rivals, but like they're a good program.
Okay.
Sure.
And what's crazy is, and correct me if I'm wrong, SF State don't have a football team.
No, they don't.
So where do those guys go? They just kind of branch out.
You talking about the guys in the Bay?
Yeah, right. So if they're at SF, the JUCO,
there's a lot of like Diablo Valley College, got De Anza, San Mateo, Foothill, Santa Rosa.
But those are all JCs, right?
It's not a lot of Division II football in Cali, so it's not like they can go to Division II route.
Okay.
So either here in California, if you don't get recruited, you probably most likely go JUCO. And then so. But
I mean that because SF junior college was already a JUCO. Where do they go after that? I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean where they transfer out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they could transfer. I mean, it depends on where they go.
Okay.
Where they get offered.
Right.
If you don't get offered, I mean, it's kind of your career's probably over at that point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So the number two seed got to play for the state championship, right?
They went on to play a chance to play. Here's the thing though. They went on to ARC when Devontae Booker was there, and they won though. So they were good. Like, don't get me wrong, because it's just like because we all tied because our conference was really tough, like one of the best conferences in the whole United States, and like junior college football. It was a 3-way tie, and but they put us number 1 though. So like I never seen a number 1 team not move on.
That's politics for you. That's weird. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So
politics a little bit.
Season's over. You're back to your room. You probably got school the next week. What are you thinking at this point? Did you have your next move lined up?
Oh, no, for sure. For me, I was just like figure out where I was gonna go.
Yeah,
I was gonna play.
Was there any talks with any schools?
I remember University of Memphis. That's like the only D1 I remember. Actually, I talked with them.
You'd have been out there stepping, boy.
Yeah. It didn't work.
That'd have been tight.
It didn't. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. I had a couple schools here or there contact me, but it's just, I talked to a few schools here or there. I think like maybe one HBCU, but they weren't like really hard pressed. But I kind of wish they would have.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what did you end up going after
that? After some thinking, went to Eastern New Mexico University.
Okay. How did that come about?
They just recruited me, to be honest. They came down, we talked. And like they stuck with me pretty much. Like they were.
For those that don't know, that's a what?
Division 2.
Explain. Okay.
Yeah, D2.
That's tight. So what's that like, man? You and I had a conversation here over some drinks a couple weeks ago, and I'm 32. I'm just now watching Breaking Bad, and that's obviously in New Mexico. And I asked you this question. I'm like, is it really like that out there? And you're like, yeah, no, bro. It's real life, like desert. And just mountains and just desert.
Yeah, mountains, a lot of clay. I remember driving into New Mexico, like the road was clay color.
Okay.
Because it's from the mountains, also red and orange and pink. It's just the scenery. It's pretty crazy. The scenery is pretty nice.
So when they were talking to you at Butte, did you actually go out there and visit?
No, but because there's a thing. Because part of the recruiting process. Because of Division 2, they don't have a lot of money. Okay. So like,
either like, you coming or you ain't coming.
Yeah, pretty much they're just like, there's like we don't have the money, so I had to look it up on Google. Me and my mom was like, all right, we'll see what we can see. Yeah, and then I was just like, man.
And at that point, I mean, it is what it is, right?
At that point, I'm like, man, cause I had another school recruiting from North Dakota, and 2 of my old teammates from Butte were already out there.
Okay,
that's the school I actually visited. I visited North Dakota, but it just gets below 0 out there, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to perform out there.
From Sac, yeah, we ain't doing that.
I'm like, we're out here getting 112 heat. I'm not going nowhere it gets below 0. So Mexico it is.
Okay. So you did like you're doing time in the pen. Damn, what's wrong with me? You spent 2 years there, 2 seasons,
3.
Yeah. Okay. How were you able to do that, right? Because I thought college eligibility is just 4.
You got 4 years to play. You get 6 years to play 4.
Okay, but you played 5. Played 2 at Butte, right?
And then played 2 at Butte, and then my first year there, I played my junior year. Then my senior year, I got hurt, so I medical redshirt.
Oh,
so then I came back from a super senior year, I guess per se.
Honestly, that's kind of it's not tight that you got hurt, but that's kind of tight. You get basically a whole other season to play.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like 6 years is a long time, but nowadays, since the athletes now, since the COVID year, some dudes been in college for 8 years. If you redshirt, you get the COVID year, you get hurt inside of the year. Like some dudes been in college for 8 years now.
Damn. Mm-hmm. So niggas are getting married, full blown kids, hairline receding,
have a master's degree. And they're graduating by 26, 27.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so walk us through your career there, man. So you're we won't call it's not your true freshman year, but your first year there. Were you the guy?
Oh no.
So my question to you too is, I've heard this from other athletes I've talked to. A lot of these colleges, they hype you up to come there, right? And there's a lot of like false 100%. Promises, right?
100%.
Did you deal with that with them?
A little, nah. I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but with college, there's a lot of at that time because now there's NIL and stuff. Mm-hmm. But during that time, it's just there's a lot of manipulation. You could say,
of course,
there's a lot of manipulation. Like, because the thing I didn't like at the time, it's not so much the manipulation; it's just the control the coaches had over you as an individual.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So like, I'm one of my boys. He was from Texas, and in the school I went to, we're in the Lone Star Conference. So it was our little school in New Mexico, and everybody else in our conference was from Texas.
Damn, powerhouses.
Yeah, like they were like some real ballers. But so like he from Texas, whatever. He was starting, he was playing well, then he hurt his ankle. And he fell off because he was out for a couple weeks. He lost his spot, fell out the rotation. So he was trying. After a while, he was like, "Hey," he wanted to the coach. He wanted to transfer, so the coaches had to release you, right? The coach didn't want to, even though he wasn't playing, wasn't in a rotation. Just because the coach he couldn't do that, that was within his rights at the time.
Being salty.
He was like, "I don't want you to," because here's the other thing. He wanted to go to a team that's in our conference, but that's where he's from.
Okay.
So, in my opinion,
I wanted to go back home.
If he wants to play, he's not playing here. Just let him go. Like It doesn't matter. He's not gonna know what we do. It's not that serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just like, no, and then pretty much he quit.
And that's fucked up. That your career has to end because of a coaching decision, right?
Yeah.
Over something so minimal, but you have no control over.
Yeah.
And that's what's tough, man. And I want to get into have a topic later to kind of just talk about what you could do differently, if you were to do it all over again. But okay, so your first year there, a lot of touches. What did that look like?
I played a lot, not a lot of touches. We ran like a triple option offense.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So I blocked a lot. Honestly, I was lead blocker for like a lot of people because that's probably one of my strengths, I guess, compared to everybody else. Because nobody, I don't want to say they didn't know how to block.
They probably didn't want to block.
Probably, but I was willing to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping.
I heard you buckled one of these linebackers at one of these games. Lead blocking, buckled them.
Oh yeah, Dallas Stadium. I buckled a couple.
Man, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because the conference we had a tournament at Dallas Stadium, so like that's a benefit of, even though it was Division II ball, we did a lot of cool stuff. I played at Dallas Stadium.
Let's talk about that real quick. Hold on. So what year is this at this point? Is this your first year, second, or third year there when you played at Jerryland?
We did it twice. 2013.
Damn, twice.
2013. And my junior year, my first year there, then my second senior year there, we did it.
Your first time there. What's that like, man? Because honestly, you're a player, but like, and we're Niner fans, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to play at not only a professional stadium, the best sports arena we have in the United States, arguably.
I didn't think of it like that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was that like? Like that adds pressure, I feel like, but at the same time, it's like you're a fan of this shit. Like, what the hell?
Hey, it's a great experience, man. It's a great experience.
Makes it worth it, right?
Yeah, it was totally worth it going out there just for that one. That's for those 3 hours we're playing in there. Just going into there, you notice like the Cowboys do it different. That's what I took from it because I've been to the Niner Stadium. It's a nice outdoor stadium. But going to Dallas, Jerry's World, I'm talking about story. Dome. I like pregame. I'm catching kickoff. I could barely see. Bright light. Some over here covering my hand.
Damn. Okay.
Over my visor just to catch kickoffs and punts for pregame. I look up. There's a Ford dealership
in the stadium.
There's like cars. A Ford dealership. I swear to God.
Good old Ford. Damn.
I swear, like cars are mounted, like slanted, like parked. I'm looking around, restaurants. All right, kickoff. I'm on the sideline. I look back. There's a restaurant floor, like level to the sideline.
Man.
So it's like where you're sitting, just like level to you. It's like you could look back. There's people eating in a restaurant.
That's crazy.
And then you look up. Then it's the stands. It's dope. And then we took a tour, like 6-7 locker rooms. Went to Dallas locker room. I sat in Dez's locker. Sat in Romo's locker. One of my former teammates at Butte actually got drafted by the Cowboys. Sat in his locker, took pictures.
Shout out, brother, got drafted.
Yeah, Jeff Swain.
Shout out, Jeff Swain. And that's tight.
Yeah.
Have you been to SoFi?
I'm working on it. I won't go to a Niner game there one day, but
because I heard SoFi is fairly close to what Jerryland has to offer, but
maybe.
that's its own animal.
Yeah, I heard Vegas Stadium has a nightclub, so that's probably the
Okay,
dopest
I
one.
drove by that thing and I have no desire to go in it.
Yeah,
Unless the Niners are playing there.
I want to go. I actually want to go one day if the Niners play there.
I don't know. That's a good idea for me.
Yeah, for you. I mean, I like football. I'll just go.
I'll go too, but
yeah,
them Raider fans start popping off.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. You know, to get that experience, there's a lot of D2 colleges that, you know, play on fields that are fucking barely watered. You know, so to have the experience to be able to play in Jerryland more than once, that's cool, man. I feel like that's kind of an accolade on its own.
Yeah, it is an accolade. You know, I don't really talk much about my football stuff because I'm older now, but I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
you know, what's even cooler is
Did you play well there?
No, I didn't really do much that game, to be honest with you, because I didn't.
Too much going on.
You know, I was having fun. I played a lot. The second time I went there is when I was depleting the linebackers and stuff. I was at Jerry's World.
Okay.
You know, but the second time I went, I had a better game. But I remember the first time I was there, I did okay, and I got back. My roommate had like a newspaper clipping. They had in the local little Portales newspaper had a picture of me like running the ball in Dallas Stadium.
Damn, you still got it?
Yeah, it's somewhere at the house.
Keep that, man. That's tight. So when you guys go to places like that, bus there, bus back.
Yeah, see, there's the thing.
That's a mission
for all you future athletes out there. This is why you want to go D1, because the things they don't D2 is cool, but like it's all the other stuff that it kind of sucks, like the travel. When I was there at Eastern, we took bus.
So y'all bus from New Mexico,
because we're like New Mexico to Texas, but Texas is freaking huge.
Yeah,
so some of
the biggest state.
Yeah, some places like it took us.
Besides Alaska,
well, I remember some games where we were playing, we drive all night to get home. I don't get to we on the bus till like
2 days after the game.
Like we game we over like at 10. We leave at 11. We don't get back to New Mexico till 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Hey, I want to bring up high school because we would lose a game, and if it was even kind of far, let's say we lost to like center, but let's say we lost to center, and that's a 20-minute ride back to.
Seemed like
that
forever.
Was a long bus ride back.
That's how you know you.
So I couldn't imagine traveling states after an L.
Bro, it was rough. And we just took a lot of bus because like we just went over and stayed over.
Right.
I know after I left, like literally the next year they got a brand new stadium. They start flying places. I'm like, dang, New Jerseys. I'm like,
that's tight.
Yeah, they're doing good now. So,
well, cool. So your last year at Butte, was that your best? What was your best year of the 3 years? Your first, second, or third year? Well, you got hurt your second year there, right?
Right? Eastern, right?
Eastern, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Butte. Eastern, yeah.
Maybe my third year, because my first 2 years, like my first year was there. That's what kind of sucks because playing running back, those hits pile up. So actually, I made it to college. I started like slowing down, like my body started breaking down a little bit more. So like my first year there, I played like 7 out of 10 games. I got sick one time, like tweaked my knee a little bit.
Was you hungover or was you actually sick?
Nah, I like a toothache.
Okay.
Yeah.
We call it toothaches nowadays.
Whatever. Second year I was there. I played second game.
Second year.
Yeah, my second year. Got a carry up the middle. I remember some big poly. Shot like some big poly from was it
San Francisco State?
No,
San Francisco JC?
Delta College. They're in Colorado. He broke dove straight to my knee. Like some 300-pound dude. And just
playing what position?
He was like a nose tackle.
Okay. I thought you meant he was like a linebacker or something.
Yeah, he broke off and just straight to the knee. And then like partially tore like my LCL, PCL, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So did you need surgery for that, or was that one of the things you let heal, take the season off?
Not because I didn't completely tear. It's a partial tear, so I just rehabbed.
Okay.
So my second year, I could have came back, but I was like, man, I'm not going to come back for 2 games and not play. So I medical redshirt that year. Then I came back the third year, and first game had like 2 tutties. Second game, started feeling like some like my groin area start feeling tight. A couple of weeks, kind of had like little knots all over. It was like one of the strangest injuries I ever had. Had like little knots all over like my groin area.
So as an athlete, I'm gonna ask you this
it's
because
crazy.
I've talked to you about this before about my situation. How important is your trainer when it comes to these type of injuries, right? Because
it's
something so minimal can turn into something so big, right?
That's the most important thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because coming from Relinda football, I remember coaches saying we don't go to hospital.
Put some dirt on it, boy, and put some chew.
Put some dirt on it, right? So like I took that mentality into college a little bit. You stupid. I took that mentality into college.
Yeah. Horrible advice, by the way.
Yeah, it's as honestly is horrible. Cause like I didn't know what when I went in the training room I didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And like all these other guys,
take care of their bodies, all that.
They knew.
Right.
And I was behind in that department.
Right.
I was like, that's what kind of derailed my career a little bit to try to be the tough guy. But that's what I mean by if like go to D1, like honestly, because like you need to go to a program with money. If it's not a D1, go to a program with money, with a nice facility, with trainers. Because like honestly, that stuff, that's what makes you keeps you on the field.
Right.
You don't want like your teammates' mom to do it type stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what I kind of regret. Part of my career is that I should have leaned in more into the body recovery part. Right. You know, you see let's talk about LeBron spend $1 million. $1
million season.
That's like it makes sense. Yep. That's why he's like 50 years old still in the NBA because
it's too bad they can't help his like hairline, but his knees are still pretty
good. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff though. Like body recovery, that's 100% like that's what really matters. Like the playing is fun. And like of course everybody loves to play within the lines, but like
that recovery is just as
the preparation to get to there is way more important than playing.
No, that's fact. So shout out Eastern New Mexico, man. You know, obviously I couldn't make it out there, but you know, I obviously followed your career through there, and you did well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Anybody that you know in our jurisdiction, there's not a lot of people that make it really past high school.
Yeah, that's true.
At all. Mm-hmm. You're that part of that small percentage that played next level. Mm-hmm. And then went to even another level. There's a lot of guys who even go JUCO and either do it for a year or two and they get washed out or that's just it. So shout out you, man. It has been a pleasure. I know we're 14 years later, man, but to be your teammate, just the brotherhood you and I created, man, the trouble we got in class together, you getting me in trouble, you like doing something to the teacher and blaming me that I did it, which is probably cap because it's probably me that did it. But you know, what's funny is any class me and Cam had, we couldn't sit by each other probably no more than one day. And this, as much as they try to move us, we always ended up right next to each other, man. And it was always good times, man. I love that. Just you know, there's the vibes and the bonds that we've had. So I'm glad we touched on your football career. I want to get to some other stuff later, but if you could go back, if you and I almost have the same birthday. We're what, 6 days apart or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So Team Sagittarius, however you throw it up, Team Sagittarius. If you at 32 could go back and talk to 18-year-old Cameron, what would you tell yourself?
Enjoy the process. Because I feel like I was so determined to get a scholarship. I probably didn't really enjoy the relationships I built along the way.
That's real.
Definitely put the grades first. Because like end of the day, like sports fun. And the sports is like, you know, that type of stuff is fun, but like hitting the books and like really expanding your mind and betting yourself as a person, I think that should go first. Just because like I know everybody wants to go to NFL, NBA, but it's like 0.01% make it.
Right.
So like honestly, you know what I mean? So like lean more into that portion.
Yep.
And if you do make it, I mean, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like, don't just focus on that one portion. Like,
Right.
be a very round individual. Be kind to people. You know, respect your parents, respect your peers, things like that.
So you kind of covered both the questions. I was going to ask you, like, what advice do you have to the youth? And you kind of covered that.
Mhm.
You know, grades are very important. And there was an interview I did with my dad. I'll put that in the link somewhere. But we talked about his basketball career, and we talked about,
Yeah.
you know, as crazy as this sounds, we talk about, hey, go to the right junior college, right? Go
Mhm.
to the right, you know, D1 college, but go to the right high school too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah. It starts.
I'm not knocking it.
It starts from when you're little. You need to go. Because when I look at my career, I never played for the premier programs.
Right.
I kind of feel like I can honestly say I kind of feel like I didn't. I could say that I felt like I wasn't good enough, and then I kind of felt. Now looking back, I was.
Right.
You know, so I probably should have challenged myself a little more. So that's it's all about challenging yourself. Really, even if it's not sports, man. Like, just challenge yourself any aspect of life. I feel like because I know I'm reflecting all the challenges I had, and from those situations, I gained a lot of knowledge from that. So that's from that moment on, I started moving a little different,
Right.
and like and looking at things a little different. So just definitely just challenging yourself academically, athletically, in your personal life. Just like embrace the hard stuff. Because yeah, honestly, because like you got to do the hard stuff to be great.
Right.
And I know it sucks because I don't like to do the hard stuff either. But now looking back on all the hard stuff I've been through, all the tears and stuff, I really learned a lesson from it, and like a lifelong lesson.
Right.
And like just change my perspective and how I feel about things.
You know what I've learned, and just in life and even with my work, I'm not going to say it's easier, but it's better to get the hard stuff done first than to try to take the easy route and deal with the hard stuff later.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but get through it. I tell my son that all the time, right? Because like, for example, he might get a homework packet and it's not due till Friday. His at 9 years old, his mentality is like, well, I'll just knock it out Thursday. Why add that much stress Thursday when you could spend 10 minutes a day until Thursday and be done Thursday? You could be done Wednesday and have Thursday just to kick in and play your Xbox.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's a life lesson, you know, and that's what it's all about, is about just coaching just the youth. And, you know, I'm sure you kind of talked on it, but there's things that I wish I would do differently, or would have done differently, I should say, even back in high school. And kind of going back to, like I said, with the school and stuff, like there are schools out there, I've heard of them, that really focus on the athletes. They really focus on the next level. Not even, and what's crazy is Fresno's really big on that.
Yeah,
when I lived in Clovis out there,
Clovis West, I respect
their motto is to get you to go to Fresno State.
That's good.
They have they have D1, everything, whether you play basketball or you just go to school, they want everyone to funnel through Fresno State, or at least some type of college.
I like Fresno State.
I love that, man. And I'm like, when I went out there,
there's a lot of pros from Fresno, the Lopez twins.
Man,
I think there's another cat that just got drafted from Fresno this year.
You told me about him too. Jalen Green's from out there.
Yeah, like, because they don't do that out here.
Right. No, they don't.
Like, maybe the Grants, the Folsoms, like, they're primarily like, we're gonna get you to.
But is Grant really academically focusing on these players, or are they doing what they need to do for these players to get them through? And no knock, love the hype, no knock on
here's
Grant.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be real with you, because my old job, I was a program manager for college access. So I was on all these high school campuses. Like, Grant has a bad rap for the outside stuff, but they get kids to college. I go on campus, I see a big board. You only hear about the athletes. They got the academics is straight. Right. They got a lot of kids who go to like colleges who don't play sports. Even some of their athletes. Right. Like, what? They gotta do it at Oregon, do it at Washington State, do it in LV, and do it at USC right now for football. Within the last 2 years.
That's tight, man. Shout out Grant.
How many? That's 4 D1 athletes. How many other high schools in this area other than Folsom can say that? Probably none.
But what's missing there though? Like, why we were in the same district as Grant? Why is Grant producing not even non-athlete or not non sport athletes
Mm-hmm.
that are going to these big schools,
Mm-hmm.
but real Linda
Yeah,
ain't.
I think because they got because the size of the school, they have way more students than Relinda,
You're right.
so they have more opportunities.
That's fair. Yep.
And more people to pick from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
no,
like,
facts.
When it comes to
that's big
like,
facts.
if you go to a school with 600 compared to a school with like 1,800,
Right.
they're gonna have the better athletes. Their overall grades may look better. That more people potentially could do better.
Yep, that's facts.
And like, I feel like with those schools, with the population, I feel like the pay may be better, so you may get better quality of teacher who may want to go there just because everybody gotta live, everybody gotta pay their bills.
Facts.
I think it's different factors for it.
No, I mean that makes complete
different
sense.
factors,
Yeah, I know it
what I
does.
mean?
It does.
Even though it's in a bad neighborhood per se,
Mm-hmm.
they get kids to college.
No, they do. That's facts.
We just hear about, because they're not if it's not about sports, they don't get talked about.
Yeah.
But I seen it. They got some smart kids over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to ask you is, what are you doing now? Like, have you ever thought about coaching? You've done what a lot of people haven't done. Does that make you want to like go out and basically spread your knowledge and be able to like kind of make an impact? Have you thought about coaching?
I thought about it. I just gotta find the right fit.
Yeah.
For me. And I thought about it. Right now I'm just just going through life like everybody else. But definitely I definitely thought about coaching in the future. And giving back, helping some kids out, maybe a high school team or something.
What about like personal training? I don't mean like lifting weights, but I mean like drills and stuff like that, right? Because there's trainers out there that I see, even locally, even when I was out in Clovis. Shout out AP, Josh out there. You ever thought about that?
Not so much, to be honest with you. I'm because I wasn't really a drill guy myself.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yep.
So, but I could definitely do drills and run drills. So I think more of the coaching aspect would be more a better fit for me.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing Madden against my son, and he couldn't even pick a play without you in his ear. So I was just wondering if that's what something you think about. But okay, cool. No, I'm just playing. So cool, man. Hey, we're gonna get into some different topics, but no, man, I want to give you your flowers, man. And I know it might sound corny. Ryan might talk some shit. Sam Glazing, fuck Ryan. Shout out Grouse Valley. But no, man, it was an honor to play with you, and whether you played at the level you did or didn't, man, I always enjoyed hanging out with you, whether it was in the hallway, classroom, on the way home from a hard loss. I definitely enjoyed what you did and just being around you, man. So
likewise, brother.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, brother.
So we're going to jump straight into this shit. Why are you sold on Bronny? Why do you think Bronny is going to be okay in this league right now?
Maybe not now as rookie year, but I think 4 or 5 years from now, he could be off a bench type of player.
See, you haven't said that before. That's the first time. That's an exclusive right there. 4 or 5 years was never the argument before.
Because you never brought it. You never let me explain extensively. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the summer league.
So, do you agree with what Bron did? Don't look at it from a dad's perspective. Look at it from just an organization or a fan, a Laker fan, right? Because shout out my boy Jason. He's pissed at the Lakers right now.
Yeah.
Right? Bringing Bronny in, not only it's like, okay, whatever, but it kind of scared people from going there. No one wants to go there and play now.
Yeah. If I was a Laker fan, 100% I'd probably have a problem with it. But as this casual looking from the outside, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it just because from the history of everything that we've seen, there's always been nepotism. So why does it matter when LeBron does it? In my opinion, just for example, recently, right? You know who Arch Manning is?
Of course.
Arch Manning, Peyton Manning's nephew, right? He, as everybody knows, a new college football game just released. this past week. And at first, he opted out. He did not want to be part of the game. He didn't want to be in the game. So for all the athletes who opted in the game, they got $600 and a free copy, right? As of last 2 weeks ago, prior to the coming up to the game being released, Arch Manning released a 30-second commercial saying, "I'm in the game." And got paid $60,000 to do the commercial, right? So, why do you think he got paid $60,000 to do the commercial?
That's different, though, right? We're talking about a video game.
No.
No. We're not talking about the Mannings pulling him from high school straight into the league.
I'm just
second round pick.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter what level it is. Nepotism is nepotism.
And I'm not completely against that, but there's still levels to it.
It don't matter, man.
Nepotism. A video game, right? If Braun wanted Bronny on the next 2K and he's still in college, I'm okay with that.
But $60,000 for a backup quarterback who's not playing and his starter is on the cover, that's okay. The guy who plays over him on the cover.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing with Bronny being.
I don't hear the outrage.
But you didn't like that though.
I mean, I didn't care. I mean, people are going to complain about Bronny. You got to complain about everything.
No, I agree with you.
Complain about Giannis got his brother on the team.
Okay, you're starting a team right now. The Nassus or Bronny?
Bronny.
That's crazy. Why?
What has the Nassus done?
He play defense at least.
No, he doesn't. I haven't seen him do anything.
Have you seen Bronny do anything?
At least I'm seeing something in summer league.
What?
Blocks? He what was the other day? Had 13, 5, 4. Blocks.
13 what? Turnovers?
No, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Please name me anything that Nassus has done. Other than clap for his brother.
Hey, he's about to lead the league. No,
he literally, and people forget Giannis got his other brother in the league too. People forget that. He got both his brothers in the league.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the Nassus would play that way if Giannis wasn't on his team?
Yeah, the Nassus wouldn't be doing anything, period.
He's a big body.
Okay, size on, it can't be the only argument. Size can't be the end-all, be-all.
Bronny shouldn't be in the league right now.
Neither should the Nassus, but he is.
I agree.
So if you're saying Bronny shouldn't be in the league, you have to have that same energy with the Nassus.
I do. No, 100%.
Most people don't.
I think that they should both be in the G League, and I want to bring up a good example.
Why should the Nassus even be in the G League? What has he shown to be in the G League other than
there's a lot of guys with one specific athletic ability trait.
And what's his? And what's his? Other than being Giannis's brother? I think that because he hasn't shown anything on the court.
Honestly,
nothing.
I think that if he wasn't on the Bucks, he would be a better player. I think that he knows he wouldn't be get away with.
He wouldn't be in the league, bro.
I think no, and I'm not completely disagreeing with that. I think that he knows he can get away with what he can because of Giannis.
I'm just saying,
it's like ain't not gonna happen.
Giannis had another brother who was on the Bucks.
And yeah, I remember the All-Star weekend
when he left
they
the
did
Bucks,
that little trio challenge. That shit was trash. No,
and then when he left the Bucks, what happened? Where is he now? Thank you.
Back in Greece.
That'll be the same thing with Giannis, little brother.
I'm not disagreeing with you. So why should Bronny be in the league then?
I'm not saying that he should, but it's LeBron James, man.
That's weak. That's weak to me. That's weak. And because of that, he cost the Lakers a season. No one wants to go play over there.
I mean, to be honest with you, even if Bronny wasn't there, who was going to play with him anyway?
No, bro. They could have got
who.
Braun always gets people over there, no matter who it is. He's had hella people cycle through there.
He hasn't had like a legit star pull up since like the Miami days. Other than him and AD,
name a legit star though.
Hey, who was he going to get?
Westbrook. He's at Pat
Westbrook. What? That wasn't a good fit. Westbrook's on his way out. He was on his way and on the decline. He's on a decline.
Nah, honestly,
because he's been to the Clippers and he still isn't the same.
Because that's another diva team.
And then
Kawhi being a diva.
He's gonna go to Denver.
Watch what Westbrook does this year with Westbrook. I guarantee he's gonna have one of his better years in the last 5 years. You know why? That is a system team. That is the closest thing to them. That is the closest thing to Westbrook playing for Pop, playing for Mike Malone.
I'm sorry. It's too late for him, man. I'm sorry.
Let's bet on it.
If you want it. What are we betting on? He gonna win a championship or
No,
something?
I bet that he's going to have a better season now than he's had in the last, we'll call it 3 seasons.
That's not saying much. He's still not gonna win nothing.
Why? They won it 2 years ago.
Yeah, but when has anywhere Westbrook went and they won?
But Westbrook he's went to organizations where it's almost like a clown show, right?
But whose decision was that? That were his decision.
No, I agree, but that wasn't what you asked me though. You asked me where did he go when they won. He went to bad fits.
I'm just saying all those other franchises when he left. I mean, Lakers won before he got there. Wouldn't you think he'll add value?
Bro, that's so weak. That's trash.
They still won, bro.
That doesn't count.
Look at OKC now.
That's weak.
Thriving. Kevin Durant didn't want to play with him.
With who?
But Russ. Paul George didn't want to play with him.
But that's not saying much because what has Kevin Durant done since he's left? Besides get the one that he got carried.
It's Kevin Durant, man.
Yeah, that's weak.
Right when he got away from Westbrook, he started winning.
Not really though.
He was on the Warriors, but
if Westbrook went to the Warriors that same year KD with, they'd still win.
No.
What do you mean no?
Because KD was damn near the best.
They were already winning. They won 2 without him.
When they added KD.
They won 2 without KD though.
Well, adding KD was like the best player on that team. If Russ would have went there, he's not the best player on that team.
No, KD wasn't the best player on that team.
He has 2 final MVP, bro.
He wasn't the most.
2 finals MVPs, bro. Come on.
Steph was the best.
That was Steph's team. But KD was the best player on the floor every night. Come on, bro.
He didn't play every night.
When they won those back-to-backs, when he was finals MVP, he did play almost every night. Yes.
They didn't go back-to-back.
How many championships he has?
1.
Does he only have 1?
He only has 1. He won that one, and he went to Brooklyn after that, which was crazy. He should have stayed. Google me.
I can't remember.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up on the.
Yeah, pull it up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Either way, he went to 2 finals with the Warriors. The second one he would have won because he got hurt in Toronto versus Toronto, and Clay got hurt. So let's keep it real. He was.
Westbrook
Westbrook. If
he joined an already hot Warriors team. I don't want to see him join now.
Westbrook
and see what he could do.
Westbrook doesn't fit that team.
What has KD done outside of okay? He joined a team that has already won 2.
Yeah.
Do you think he's doing that with any other team he joins that hasn't won 2? Do you think he's doing that with the Kings?
It's the Kings, bro. Of course not.
Same, but you're joining a powerhouse. He did what LeBron did with Miami.
Yeah, but I get it. He did join a powerhouse, but at their peak, that powerhouse didn't win. They went 73-9 and lost.
They were still a powerhouse,
but they lost. At their best, they lost. I mean, that's more credit to LeBron because the Warriors had to get KD to even beat him. That's weak. It's the truth.
KD, nappy head.
I'm just saying, Westbrook went to the Warriors. He don't even fit that style of play.
He doesn't, but I think at the time
it wouldn't even work.
I think at the time that KD went over to Golden State, that Westbrook could have won that.
KD could shoot. That's why if they spread the floor for shooters, they don't want a guy just driving to the paint.
They didn't need KD though.
They didn't, but I mean, it is what it is.
So that being said, KD didn't make the difference in my opinion.
He didn't
hurt them.
He helped them.
Right.
That's how you make a difference because adding another.
We can't say that Westbrook wouldn't fit that necessarily, right?
I don't think he can. No.
KD's just another shooter.
He's a defender. He was basically their center.
And I give you that. When he played, he wasn't hurt and the hair wasn't all fucked
That's why he was the best player. Because defensively, he was literally guarding the paint sometimes. He was literally damn near the center at some. Why does that small ball?
Why does that make him the best player?
Because he on that Warriors team, that definitely helped because that's defensive presence. Are you kidding me? What other defensive presence they had like that?
Westbrook didn't play defense?
Not like KD. No.
I mean, because he's longer, so I mean,
that's why the game is.
I feel like we're kind of comparing apples to oranges.
That's why the game's made for tall people.
Comparing apples to oranges, but they still.
I like Westbrook though.
Same. No, and they still had schemes to throw out these big players without
KD. Was
they still had Iggy?
What other guy you know who could play like a guard and defend the paint?
But what has he done outside of Golden State? Nothing.
I mean, he didn't.
He hasn't done shit.
He hasn't. But
he's T-Mac minus the fucking Golden State.
I mean, he didn't do anything. I'll give you that. But
see what I'm saying? But
doesn't take the fact away that Westbrook still couldn't have played there though. Doesn't take away the
Westbrook could have played there.
It doesn't take the fact that KD was in that 2-3 years he was there. He was the number one guy. He was.
He wasn't the number one guy.
Come on now.
He wasn't.
How could Steph is the favorite? That's always going to be his.
Steph is the number one guy.
Here's the
Steph
thing.
will score at will.
Here's the thing. That's always going to be Steph's team. It's like when LeBron went to Miami. That's always Wade's team. That's Wade County. But LeBron's the best player at that time. Same thing with the Warriors. KD was the best player, but that's the Bay was that's the Bay on Curry on the Bay. That's the
LeBron
same
is
thing.
better than Wade. It's not the same.
Wade won a championship in Miami already. That's his county.
One.
Doesn't matter. One's enough, bro. One is enough, bro. One is
bringing all
enough.
these people in.
One is enough, bro. You kidding me?
KD is trash.
No, he's not trash. Stop.
KD is nice. Let me backtrack.
Come on. I'll give you an example. KD was the best player on those Warriors teams, period. And Steph, that's his team, like I just said.
KD was the number one option, though.
He was the number one option.
Clay wasn't even Jordan for KD.
Why did
he was number two. Clay was three.
So look it up. Who averaged the most points those years? If he's not the number one option, who averaged the most
I'll put
points?
him on the screen. Who do you think it was?
Kevin Durant.
No. Steph averaged more than KD that year.
Look it up. You just saying I need to see it.
It was.
Yeah, look at you.
No,
exactly.
it was.
No. And even if it's
What year was that?
look it up. You tell me 16, 17, 18?
What year did Kevin Durant win a ring?
You can't tell him. You're crazy, boy.
2017. He didn't average more than Steph
Look
that
it
year.
up. Look.
Okay, I will
Look. You might be right. But even so,
Warriors 2017
and just
stats.
And just to say this, even if Steph averaged more in the regular season, look in the playoffs. Who averaged more and who won MVP? It don't matter about regular season. It matters about the playoffs. 2 different seasons.
So he had one good year with a team that was already built. Anybody could have done that, right? PG could have went there. And
not
done
PG.
Kawhi
Stop.
went there and done that.
Baby Kawhi.
T-Mac could have went there.
Not
and did
T-Mac.
That.
Not PG. No.
T-Mac couldn't have joined. Hold on a second here. We might have to take a poll on this. I don't know how to pull that. T-Mac couldn't have joined that 2017 Warriors team and won a ring with him.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. But T-Mac, you already know he can't lead no team. He wasn't gonna be the number one.
I believe of all the people to argue about, we're arguing about fucking KD. Hey, KD was nice. I honestly think KD's prime years were with OKC, especially his last year. He was nice, and then I feel like he kind of turned into a diva. Load management, not playing, half a season here, this, that, and the other. He barely played for Brooklyn. What kind of fucking shit is that?
Load management was the era. They all did it.
Not all of them, though.
Kawhi Leonard was the main one.
Curry didn't.
He didn't play all 82.
Bro, look at him with the Olympics now. What's going on with that?
Curry did not play all 82 in that era. LeBron didn't play all 82. Curry didn't play all 82.
Curry's played the most game out of all of them names you just dropped.
Yeah, because he's younger. He's younger than all of them.
Not really?
He's better.
He's older than us.
Duh, but look, they're all old too.
LeBron's like 34.
You kidding me? LeBron, I bet you the Warriors did load management because they played deep in the playoffs every single year. They're not playing. They don't even care about regular season games anymore. Guarantee they were sitting some games out. Matter of fact, I went to a Warriors game versus Kings in Golden State.
Did you?
Yeah, and none of the big three was playing except for Draymond. Clay was out, Steph was out, and Kevin. It was just Draymond. And the Kings won.
Ooh. So regular season.
Kevin Durant was more, right?
Klay Thompson averaged 20.0 points a game.
What about Kevin? Forget Clay. What about KD?
Averaged 26.4 points a game.
Ain't no way Steph averaged 27.
Stephen Curry averaged 26.4 points a game also.
So they tied?
They tied. That's wild. That is wild as fuck.
That's crazy. What? Are you serious?
Playoffs. Let's see. Playoffs.
Yeah, I'm saying Kevin. I'm saying Kevin Durant averaged more. Ooh. It better not be the same. It better not be the same.
I don't know why fucking goofy Draymond's on the top. Hey, shout out Draymond Green's podcast. This shit's tight. Check him out.
He is not averaging the most points.
Draymond Green, 10.8 points a game.
Yeah, solid.
Kevin Durant, 29 points.
Yeah, Curry's not averaging 30.
Klay Thompson, 19.6.
Curry.
Stephen Curry.
There's no way he's averaging
31.
No, that's cap.
I'm just playing.
That's cap.
Stephen Curry, 25.5.
Thank you. See, I told you. Kevin Durant was the man. The offense ran through Kevin Durant.
So Bronny don't belong in the league. We'll get to that because I'm all for, as a dad, absolutely, I'd want my son to play for me. And you know what? Maybe my opinion might be different if I'm in that situation, right?
We know it is.
Also, as a dad, if my son has a chance to go second round and Bronny gets selected over my son, when my son played 4 years at Duke and had a great career, I'm going to be salty about it because I feel like it's not fair, right?
I get you.
There's levels to it, right? Here's what I feel like the Lakers should have done. Use another pick for their second round. They had probably another third or fourth round pick. Draft Bronny then and sign him a two-way. Get him in the G League. Get him comfortable. Get him used to it. This thing averaged fucking 4 points at USC. Yeah. USC was trash.
Here's the thing.
USC wasn't even good.
Here's the thing, though. What I learned in my experience for playing sports, those averages, the scouts don't care about that. You could average as much points as you want.
But it mattered to the 50 other people that got drafted before him, though, right?
Not necessarily.
But not to the Lakers.
I think there was another first round guy this year who averaged averaged 5 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about the stats. They care about these scouts. Think if they see you and they think they could coach the potential out of you.
Okay, then why didn't no one else pick Bronny then? If that's your argument, why didn't no one else pick him then?
Because on the record, I think the Phoenix Suns said they wanted to draft him because Rich Paul started calling people saying, "Hey, after the first round, don't."
And this was around the time that Bron didn't re-sign his contract. Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, that was just he had a great agent in Rich Paul who said, "Hey, don't draft him." You can look it up. He was calling teams saying, "Don't draft him." He manipulated the situation to
get him to play with his dad.
I mean, some people got more pull than others, bro. You know, it's in any business.
No, as long as we agree that
any business, anybody got pulled. Like some people got more than others at anywhere, at any time. It is what it is. So I mean, the world's not fair, right? It's not.
I don't think you should be in the league.
I mean, probably not.
You should be in the G League.
I mean,
and I'm gonna give you a prime example of who is doing it right.
Who's
Carmelo Anthony with Cayenne. Going to Syracuse. Hey, Cayenne's hooping right now.
Yeah, he's good.
No, he's better than Bronny right now.
Probably.
Facts.
Well, he hasn't played in NBA. Facts. He hasn't played in NBA.
He's played as much basketball as Bronny has.
No, he's not. No, he didn't because Bronny's older. So Bronny played more basketball than him.
Okay, he has maybe 5 more college games than Cayenne has. But they've almost played the same level or same amount as basketball, and he's night and day better.
But we'll see when we get to the league.
I think Bryce is better than Bronny.
Yeah, Bryce might be.
Bryce about to go down.
Like honestly, how many of those guys' sons actually make it to the NBA?
Greg Anthony, Austin Rivers,
all those low tier guys.
Luke Walton.
I'm talking about the Carmelo Anthony level type dudes, not the Luke Waltons.
I think Cayenne's about to be a problem,
but we'll see because there's a lot of people on this earth who could ball.
The nigga we just drafted for the Kings, his dad played.
He was all right. I'm talking about the Carmelo Anthony.
Okay, so top tier players, not role players. Their son coming in.
Star player's son.
Yeah, I got
not you. You name 4 role players. Name me a legit dude. Because Bronny is LeBron's
Greg
son.
Anthony was nice.
You know who?
Greg Anthony.
He was okay. Greg Anthony, he's all right.
He was solid.
Come on, man. He's not on Carmelo. I'm talking about top tier dudes who. Because though you can't duplicate that. So that's why their sons ain't making it, bro. Come on. Those dudes are one of ones. A Greg Anthony, Carter, they were all right. Their sons gonna be all right too.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they ain't gonna be stars. Come on. Let's keep it real. I like Carter for the Kings. He's not gonna be a star. He's not gonna be an all-star. I can say this right now. Come on.
I don't know how I feel about him yet.
We drafted he's a hurt player. That's all I have to say.
It's not even that.
He's hurt.
I don't like early divas.
Who you think he's a diva already?
Bro, press conference, no shirt on her, and
that's just his swag, man. He a young cat. He a young cat,
bro.
You know, their swag's different nowadays, bro.
It's not. Because there's a bunch of other players who get drafted that go in there and they just play their game and get it done. Keegan Murray wasn't doing that.
But ain't he from Iowa?
But now we're getting choosy. But yeah,
I'm not getting choosy. But he's a boring dude. That's his personality. Devin Carter might be flashy. He might like
Devin Carter went to that school right here.
He might like grills. He might like chains. Like, but
earn your keep though first.
I mean, that's just his personality from where he came from. Providence. He felt like he the man. When he gets to the NBA, he's gonna
be Providence, bro. Come on, they ain't swagging like that out there.
Somebody got to
Come
bring the swag to Providence.
on.
Probably was him.
Nah.
I'm just saying, man.
All right, so let's talk Kings basketball real quick before we move to football. Kings acquired DeMar DeRozan. I love DeMar. I've always been a big fan of him. I do think that he is kind of on the tail end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I will take DeMar any day of the week, anytime, at any given point. He's a Cali boy from Compton, to be exact. Not like us video. Shout out Kendrick. That shit was hard. I will always take Lamar or DeMar. Do I think he is what we need to go to the next level? No, I don't. And that's no knock. And I keep hearing, okay, Monty has more moves in store. Monty has like, bro, the season's starting soon.
Yeah, there's no more moves to be made.
And that's the Kings culture. That's what fucking bothers me. It's like we make one little move or do this and that and the other, and we're kind of content with it. And like it's like, okay, well, let's try DeMar this year and to see how that rides. It's like, bro, like this is why no one wants to come here, because we don't really make moves. Like we were in the same group chat. You were texting me a lot. There was a lot of guys available this free agency.
A lot.
And we fumbled the fucking bag. And I will say, a lot of these teams wanted Keegan Murray. That's not fucking happening.
Yeah, we're not. That's not negotiable.
But we still got pieces we can give away. I'm cool with that. Why do we still have Kevin Huerter?
I think he's not his trade value is like all-time low right now.
We got rid of Bogey though, no problem.
But he was hooping a little bit.
Him and Kevin Huerter aren't too far from each other.
Yeah, but
Kevin Huerter plays better
but think
defense.
about it. But why were we traded Bogey? He went to Atlanta and they went to Eastern Conference Finals
because of Trae Young and
I mean, but he was a contributor. Kevin Huerter was on the same team. They both was there.
Was they both there?
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
See, like we helped them out, but I don't know, because like it's not good if you get hurt and then you're on the trade block. Who wants to damage goods?
We drafted one.
That's not smart.
That's money. I thought I liked Monty. I kind of like him still. But
I like. We can't. I'm not gonna knock Monty because he did draft Halliburton. He did bring DeRozan here, and he didn't bring Sabonis here. So he's been doing work over the history of the Kings. He probably did the most as a GM, other than the guy Petrie who brought Chris Webb, C Webb here. So I'm not gonna knock him.
Who drafted Keegan Murray?
Monty.
Okay.
See?
No,
he been drafted.
That's why I like him.
But
now I'm like,
he drafted Davion. Davion was good for a year and a half. Like,
No, what I like about Monty, he hasn't fumbled a fucking pick yet.
Not really. His draft's been solid. Draft was solid.
Yeah. Not like Marvin Bagley or Jason Thompson.
Was he Marvin Bagley?
No, he wasn't. No, that was before him.
Because the Carter cat, he may be good because he averaged 8.8 rebounds a game for a guard. That's pretty impressive.
Stupid athletic. I like that. And
he may be good. He may be good for us.
He had like the fastest whatever up and down court time in the draft. Yeah, I like that. That fits our offense, right?
I just feel
DeMar, love you, DeMar.
He don't fit.
He's too old to be on a fast break.
He don't fit.
With Fox.
He don't shoot threes.
You know what I'm saying?
We shoot threes here.
He's one of them. He's like the OG player now. Like, y'all run the fast break. I'm gonna stay here on defense in case when y'all miss. I'm gonna be here to help.
He's ball dominant. There's no way Fox, Sabonis, and DeRozan could all have the ball so much.
But I will say this though, he isn't selfish. So there was talks about us getting PG, right? And I'm a huge PG fan. I grew to even like him more when I was in Fresno. He did a lot out there. But he's one of them players that you need to give him the ball and let him kind of get going in space. DeMar, he is similar to that, but he's not as selfish.
Yeah,
he will create and dish. PG, he's going to take up fucking 10 seconds off the shot clock to get his shot going, and you got to hope he makes it, because if you don't, he wasted a whole possession.
PG,
that's why the Clippers didn't work.
I'd rather have PG.
What? Over DeMar?
Yeah, I would.
Why?
I would, man.
Why?
Because of the defensive side of the basketball.
DeMar can guard, though.
Yeah, but Paul George is like bigger.
And DeMar George, Paul George is hurt, bro.
I mean, DeMar's not known for his defense. He's known for his mid-range.
Let's
keep it solid.
No, you're right.
Paul George is known for his all-around game. He could
Paul
guard.
George plays.
He's big enough
40
to guard.
out of the 82 games.
Yeah,
that's the only difference.
That's true.
So okay, I give him when he does play.
DeMar plays a lot of games, but he ain't gonna guard nobody.
They average the same points.
Yeah, but like I said, defensively, Paul George is 10 times a
DeMar's a decent defender, bro. I think you're underestimating him.
He's decent, but you're not asking DeMar to guard the best player on the other team.
No, we got Keegan for that though. We don't need him to do that.
But we could have also. I'm just saying, if that situation, a Paul George could guard the best player on the other team.
But I still think even with PG with his age, and he's
They're
aging, bro.
they're both
we would
old.
still throw Keegan at him though.
They're both the same age.
But what I'm saying is, even if we had PG as a good defender, we're still throwing Keegan at. Bro,
maybe
Keegan was guarding Luka. Keegan was guarding LeBron.
And then that Luka was cooking.
Not hella cook, bro.
Those back-to-back games we lost, we needed to the seeding.
But those are all on switches and whatnot. And it's
Luka,
not. It wasn't one.
Come on, nobody was guarding
straight
Luka.
up though.
Nobody's guarding Luka.
Straight up though, he wasn't scoring Keegan like that,
Luka, bro.
Straight up, he was. Straight up, he was. It was all the switches and all. Bro, look at it.
If it was so effective, why we still lost?
They knew how to run an offense around Keegan though. They were setting screens.
Keegan's defense is cool. Stuff. Keegan ain't known for his defense either. He's known for his threes.
Yes, he is, bro.
No, he's not.
That's crazy.
When I hear about
Keegan's one of our best defenders.
That's not saying a lot. Our defense ain't good, brother.
But he's one of our best defenders, bro.
That's not saying a lot, bro.
So you think PG would come in there and outshine Keegan defensively?
Yes.
That's crazy.
He has years.
36 years old.
He has years of experience. Crazy. He's been the all defensive teams. What has Keegan done? Set a record for threes.
2 years, bro.
And then he could be in the year for 5. He's not making a defensive of the all defensive.
No one says Paul George. Yep, that's a defender.
Nobody says the same thing about Keegan. But if you ask people,
yes, he's a full package.
That's
why everyone wants him so much. It's not because of his threes. Anybody can shoot threes.
And because of his age. He's a good player, but come on, man.
Bro, defensively, I don't think you're giving him enough credit defensively.
We don't guard here in Sacramento.
Who was the best defender on the Clippers then when Paul George was there?
I mean, you're gonna
the fact that you're thinking about it.
I'm gonna say Kawhi because his reputation, but come on now, bro. Like Paul George is known for defending. Come on, bro. He's like 6'9", 6'10". Bro, you said Keegan was guarding Luka.
Paul George is like 6'6".
No, he's not. He is not 6'6".
How tall is Paul George?
Come on, bro. You're supposed to be the hooper, and you're saying this right now.
6'7", right in the middle.
That's not 6'6".
It's not 6'8".
It's not. Man, Keegan's not known for his defensive prowess.
He had a lot of good defensive stops
this
year.
His defense is getting better. Don't get me wrong. He's not bad, but you can't compare his defense to Paul George's. That's just disrespectful.
So you'll take Paul George over DeMar DeRozan, someone who is going to clog our offense up. We're a fast pace. So now you're limiting.
You don't think DeRozan's going to clog it up?
I think he's going to pass more. He did that with Chicago. With Zach LaVine and Caruso, absolutely. He had. I'm not even talking about how they did, bro. I'm talking about their offense, though. He had to move that ball around.
His mid range is dope. He's known for mid range.
Fast-paced offense. He's gonna swing that ball.
Look at the numbers. Look how many.
As an older cat,
how many 3 attempts the Kings took last year?
A ton.
What we do, DeRozan doesn't do. That's not part of his game.
But I think that
Paul George, he's a knockdown shooter.
Explaining to him what obviously we want from him.
What are we gonna do? We have
plenty of guys that.
What we do? We do dribble.
Shoot threes though.
We do dribble handles with Sabonis.
We don't need him to shoot threes. Exactly that mid range.
But
we used to do the same thing with Chris Webber and Mike Bibby. All mid range.
That was that era, bro. Nobody shoots mid ranges no more.
No one, but because it's dead. But people still shoot.
That
doesn't mean it's not available to shoot.
Teams that are winning championships don't shoot mid ranges, brother.
Clay don't shoot mid ranges. Kawhi don't shoot mid ranges.
Splash brother. He said Clay.
Clay is a mid range specialist.
What is Clay known for? His mid ranges or his threes?
Both.
JP, stop. You know damn well he's known for his threes.
He is a mid-range specialist, though. He is. He's a better mid-range shooter than Steph.
JP.
What?
You know Clay, the Splash Brothers.
Kawhi.
That name Splash Brother. That name Splash Brother has nothing to do with mid-range. They got that name for how they were draining threes. You know this.
But he's also.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's a shooter.
Good. He's also a specialist.
So the NBA today, what is the game? Is it mid-range? Is it based off of mid-range or threes?
Steph fucked that up.
That
doesn't mean that's not available.
Too bad, so sad.
That doesn't mean it's not available.
The Boston Celtics, who just won.
So you're saying no one can shoot mid range because Steph is shooting threes? Thank you. That's where DeMar DeRozan comes in.
The teams are running, brother. Think about it.
We're not running the average offense though. We have a fast pace. We have the fastest paced offense in the league, bro.
We have the fastest paced offense. One of the most attempts at 3 in the league.
I agree. As a second and third option, so you add a mid range to that, it opens our offense up more. Come on, brother. Hear me out. It's De'Aaron going coast to coast, full speed. The layup's not there. He kicks out.
To a mid-range to a defender right there. It's not going to work.
No, bro, that's crazy.
We'll see how that
crazy.
it's not going to work versus Denver.
All right. Well, cool, man, brother. It's always a pleasure having you here, man. And we argue like this, man, worse than this off camera, through the chat. We be going crazy, man. But I truly appreciate you coming here, sharing your story, man. I have one question for you real quick. I meant to ask this earlier. When we was in high school, there was I think he was a safety. He was a DB for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
Quentin Michael. Is there any relation there?
Here's the thing. From what my folks told me, his family's from Mississippi, like some of my family is.
Okay.
And like we didn't meet him till my brother went to Boise State.
Cause he went there too, didn't he? Okay.
So then they pulled up with like, oh, your last name spelled like Michael too. Like,
we locked in.
Yeah, they were locked in.
That's tight.
They're boys.
So they was cool. They was cool.
Yeah, they
was cool back then.
They're boys. Like, my brother, when Quentin was on the Eagles, I remember they went to NFC Championship game versus the Vikings. My brother was there.
That's tight.
My brother, yeah, he got.
Hey, Quentin was with the shit. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about your bro real quick. Bro was about to go pro, right?
Yeah, he had some knee injuries at Boise State.
But he was going crazy at running back though, right?
Yeah, he went to the Thomas. First scholarship out of the Thomas.
Shout out David, man. I've never officially met. I've met you in passing, but I've heard all the stories about you, man. And his kids are going crazy now too, right?
Yeah, really
that's tight.
Yeah, but he went to the Thomas with his first scholarship out of there. Went to Boise. It's crazy because he's the senior year, bro. He played like 4 games, broke his wrist, still got D1 scholarship.
Damn. No, you gotta have a resume to be able to do that.
Exactly. I'm just like, bro, I gotta get shit.
Yeah.
My high school resume is better than yours.
That's real into. That's why.
Yeah, and then he got recruited as a safety.
Really?
He was good at
okay.
both.
Okay. That's tight.
I'm not gonna lie. He was around the Ontario days. Ontario Smith.
Okay. Yep. Shout out Ontario. Shout out the whole Smith family.
Yeah. Top dogs. Went to Boise. This thing had injuries.
Damn.
He was good.
What's he doing now?
He has like a top notch. Like he trains athletes.
I'm telling you, bro.
He trained Manti Te'o.
Really?
Yeah, Ian Johnson running up for Boise for the Vikings.
Yep.
He locked in a lot of D1 athletes, like softball players. He locked in.
That's tight, and he's out there. He's still out there in Meridian, right?
Yeah, he's in Meridian.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Meridian. He was out here visiting, but he locked in, man. He's doing really good.
Man, shout out David, man. We have to get him on the pod one day too. Well, cool, brother. Man, I love you, man, to death, bro. That's fucking brother right there, man. Kids is on cool, man. We've been locked in since day one. Makin Moves TV, episode 1, man. It's been fun. Like, subscribe. I got to pull this out because I don't even know my own shit yet. YouTube, Makin Moves 916. That's where this will be at. IG, Makin Moves, MAKINMOVES _TV. And TikTok, Makin Moves TV, just all together, man. I appreciate you guys. I'll throw Cameron's information on there too. Reach out. Moms, kids, whatever. He's ready. He's ready to go. Appreciate you guys, man. One love. Appreciate you guys, man, for real. Appreciate